All right. So yeah, like I was saying, it's been a while since I've streamed. Um, the air conditioning was broken for a while, and then I just kind of got lazy and didn't stream for a couple weeks. But everything's back to normal now, so good news. The streams will continue. For tonight, I'm just gonna go ahead and stream this for a little while. Not exactly sure how long I'll stream for, but we will see. Last time we left off, we went to hell, got the heart, came back, revived Atreus. Well, he wasn't dead, but we healed him, and now everything's back to normal. And so now it is time for Kratos to face the music. Oh goodness! Streaming a little bit later later today than I normally do. But I don't have anything much going on. Also, part of the reason why I haven't streamed was because I've also been preparing or just had a surgery, so I didn't stream on Thursday evening. So, oh yeah, this looks good. Let me also do one thing right quick. Oh, this was just a second. Okay. This should be fine. I shouldn't be hearing anything too much different than any of y'all would, so... It does look good this time, though, because I just got a new monitor today. So... It's good for me. Yeah, let's go. Hopefully this isn't, the game isn't too loud. I don't have any viewers currently, so I don't know for sure.
Ah, see? The boat washed ashore. Someone did call a serpent earlier.
Yep, there it is right there.
Get in. I will pull. You are quiet. Are you not better?
I guess.
I know you overheard my talk with Freya. You think you understand, but you do not. Why do you say nothing?
You said I was cursed. You think I'm weak because I'm not like you. I know I was never what you wanted. But after all this, I thought maybe things were different.
You do not know everything, boy.
No. But at least I know the truth now.
The truth. The truth. I am a god, boy. From another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god. And so were you. Boy, have you nothing to say?
Can I turn into an animal?
Can you turn into an animal? No.
The innocence of children.
No, I do not think so.
I'm a god. Mother knew? She was a god too?
No. She was mortal, but she knew my true nature.
I'm a god. Why did you wait so long to tell me?
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god, it can be a lifetime of anguish and tragedy. That is the curse.
What sorts of things can I do? Can I fly? Or turn invisible? I don't feel like a god.
I do not know the reach of your godhood. But over time, you will learn.
So,
You sure I can't turn into a wolf?
You are welcome to surprise me.
so this alludes to some things that you find
Is
out
this why
later
you
in
hear
the
voices
game.
sometimes? You sure you've never heard any?
Not as you do.
That's no surprise. Every god is unique.
So, maybe I won't get strong like Father, but I'll have abilities all my own?
You already do, laddie. Your faculty for language is extraordinary for one so young. Time alone will tell what else you'll become capable of.
So you knew all along?
I did, lad. But I've known more than my share of gods.
Me too, apparently. I wonder who else knew I was a god. Freya for sure. Rock and Sindri?
They do not need to know.
Baldur! Does he know? Is that why he's after us? Do you know him from before?
The day of your mother's funeral was the first I ever saw Baldur. That is the truth.
Hey, we don't have to go right back to Tyr's vault, do we?
Well,
I mean,
no.
we're gods. We can do whatever we want, right? What do you really feel like doing right now?
I will show you.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna go straight to the vault. I think we had some extra stuff to do, but yeah, he kind of alludes to some stuff that you realize later in the game makes a lot more sense when you look back. You're like, oh fuck, I didn't notice that earlier. But it's pretty interesting.
Ed, you are full of stories.
Oh, here's another.
When will you tell one that entertains?
I beg your pardon?
He just insulted you.
Yeah, I got that.
Haven't
So
we
you
heard
want a
this one
corker, do
already?
you? Very well, my brothers. I'll tell you the story of Hrungnir, the brawler. The real story.
I thought we heard
There
this
was
one,
a
but
huge
maybe it
battle,
was.
right?
Oh, I know
His
what
shrine had him in
happened.
the middle, fighting off Aesir.
A pretty story, but no.
This is actually
Hrungnir,
from
you see,
the.
was born with neither head nor heart. So the giants had to
same
complete him with stone. He was strong, to be sure, but also a perfect simpleton. Odin met him wandering in
Hold on, I'm
Midgard
gonna
one
pause
day.
this. We're gonna go ahead and pick the side quest to do. Discover the fate. No. Let's retrieve the West Star.
Found him so amusing, so harmless, so gullible, that he invites him back to his palace in Asgard. There he gives Hrungnir his fill of mead, and goads him into all manner of boasts and antics, all for the amusement of the court. I was there. I saw the Aesir laugh as Hrungnir leapt upon his shield and swore he'd kill us all and take our womenfolk back to Jotunheim. Then Thor shows up. Does he laugh? Oh no. Thor takes one look at the drunken stone buffoon and brings down Mjolnir on his head so hard that he's got chunks of Hrungnir in his own skull to this day. Thor is so startled by the face full of rock, he doesn't notice Hrungnir's body topple right onto him with a sickening crunch. And again, the roars of laughter echo through the palace halls.
That's an awful story, Mimir. Nothing like the ones Mother told me.
Let that be a lesson, my son. Truth is seldom so pretty as myth and legend.
So, he's a little more right in that story than the one that's on the shrine. Like that's
We can beach over
for the
here.
most part true. And that was broken from the last time that I'd done that particular section that we were supposed to be doing the time before last. and it didn't actually record anything because I had the screen completely black. So, another point about what was said earlier, that Kratos telling Atreus that, you know, he's a god and all that stuff.
Wow. It's like there was an entire city under the water.
Aye, lad. A forgotten city.
Hammy, y'all talk.
What was it called?
Now, well, I forgot.
Anyway, we're gonna go do this little side section thing first. I think it's like some treasure or just some sort of like thing. I can see the thing up there, and there's an angry ass fucking ogre sitting in there. But he was like the truth, and then he was like, I'm this. It's just like instantly into that. Like, and you gotta think about that. That's like Kratos' way of saying things. He doesn't know how to kind of like slowly smooth into something, and Atreus handled everything really well. You know, like he's obviously, you can already tell like it's kind of going to his head. So character development.
Now what? Right behind
It really matters.
you. Need more time.
Just trying to stun him up. Get up on him. Even though I don't think it's supposed to be used to him. Nope. It's a little scoot attack that he does, rather than again. Yeah, okay. Too easy. Let's go. I don't know if I'll actually take him down though. Yeah, he threw me off. I tried to go for the heavy.
Hit ya.
Okay.
Good show.
I mean, I'll just take care of it if you don't want to do it. This isn't a hidden chamber door. It's just. There we go. That's what I want. This is just some extra treasure in here. And we need it. All we get, as I always say. Everything I can. Okay, so it's gonna be like a little bit of a puzzle climb to the top, but it's not anything too ridiculous. Plus, there's one of these here, which I think is either gonna have a horn or an apple one. Okay, get some of these to go get some of these bridges out. Shoot through the wall, like, you know, standard stuff. Standard God of War. Gotta get out there. Hop across here. I do really enjoy the ambience in this game when it doesn't come to fighting. You're just like sitting out here wandering around the lake area. It is nice. It's very peaceful. They did well with the soundtrack on this game. Hello? Oh, there we go. Oh, like, wait a second. Why did it change like that? Should have turned your back on me. I I don't know if this is a challenge or not, but I'm gonna leave it for right now. I think it does anything at this moment. We just gotta move it to another position. Can actually use it. Oh, okay. I just wanted to be sure because I didn't know. I was like, huh, maybe this isn't what I thought it was. Which it turned out it wasn't actually anything but just treasure, so it wasn't an actual fight, which is always a good thing. Well, that was what I entirely intended. That's fine. Now, I just need to find out the use for this, because I think I have to go back through that gate, actually, not out here. But you can't climb anything with it, so what's the point in having it? I think. This way. We can't jump over with it either, that is true. I don't know why I'm like kind of drawing a blank. I don't think it has anything to do with over here. Unless I just like completely missed something and I'm blind and an idiot. Which at least I know one of those is true. So, let's go back this way. I heard... I'm hearing something. Sounds like, obviously, music, like there's a fight. Hey, Bixby, I didn't ask you to do anything. I don't know why you intend on making my life hell. Say you wanted to do this? No, I mean, I didn't. I'll just leave it there for right now. I don't see any purpose in having it at this moment. Wow. Sir. Go ahead and open this. This is what we need. Alright, now we can put this thing to use. Or at least, you know, take it a little further up the way to actually put it to use, I should say. So, as for the stream schedule, I'm still going to try to do Destroy All Humans and AI Dungeon on Tuesday. I might wait on AI Dungeon, I don't know. Just like hit that like multiple. There you go. But on Thursday, I've got a very, very special, I guess it's not really special, but yes, so there's a game that I'm going to play that it's been out for a while, but I'd never heard of it, and I don't know if anybody else had heard of it either, but I definitely want to show it here on stream so y'all can watch it. And that's going to be a game that I'm not going to tell you the name of right now, just because I don't want you to particularly, I guess, know about it, to try to just surprise you at least a little bit. Where you at? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I figured it out already. There you go. See? Done. And then I want to play Oblivion. Because I had it ready to rock and roll. I've downloaded it again. It's completely fresh, 100% uninstalled and reinstalled. I'm probably not going to even get any mods at all. Just like 100% basic, like fresh base game. And we just start back over from where we left off the time with
Follow me,
Kitty Ears or whatever the fuck his goddamn name was. The really ugly Khajiit. So that's what we're going to do this next time. This coming Thursday. But yeah, AI Dungeon and Destroy All Humans coming on Tuesday. so on and so forth after that. I'm actually this time on AI Dungeon, I'm kind of planning on doing more, just like 100%, like literally just telling the AI to just shit itself, essentially. Like, we've done some pretty good stories. We've got some really good shit out of the AI. I'm just looking to try to kill myself as quickly as possible. Essentially, just let's see how fast I can get the AI to really just make the story turn into a mess of chaos and stupidity, which it actively attempts to do as it is already, but I'm looking for doing much more than that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Man. I didn't need to do this, but I'll get rid of it.
Need more time.
Yeah. Man, I missed it. Trace, you didn't even hit it. Apparently, I say the word missed, and really fucking Bixby was like, "Oh yeah, you talking to me?" Hold on. Give me just a second. I'm gonna do this. Fuck do I gotta do this shit? Bixby. Accessibility? Advanced pictures. Here we go. Bixby routines? No. There's gotta be a Bixby app, right? I'm trying to figure this out so this thing doesn't continue to try to bother me. Just need to find it. I like how I have a category on my phone that's literally like just question marks. What can you do for me? How about settings, voice response? Yeah, how about that? Yeah. Voice response, hands-free only, automatic listening, never. Hi, Bixby. Yeah, okay. Okay, I lock it. Bixby. Hey, Bixby. Okay, you're still listening to me. I don't want you to listen. I want you to do nothing. There. Hi, Bixby. Very good. Fucking ridiculous. Let's buy some skills, actually. What was I saying? Bixby interrupted me, and then I got in that fight. Oh yeah, AI dungeon. So yeah, I was gonna try to like make the AI just shit itself as quickly as possible. That's pretty much all I'm really looking for. I do want to like, I've got a story going on in my own time. I actually realized that you can save stories and it saves progress and stuff, so we can continue to play as someone in AI Dungeon if we so desire to do so. But I don't. I'm not saying that. I just definitely want to do one-off stories of just like complete and utter bullshit. Like, none of it has like any purpose or meaning. It's just one-offs and we move on. But I was doing a story where I was like Jesus' fucking like illegitimate brother, like an illegitimate son of God, and I like ran a fucking agency or was part of a division in an agency that responded to supernatural events. It's actually pretty cool. I really I thought that it was pretty impressive that the AI kept a pretty coherent, a pretty coherent progression throughout the story, and I definitely thought that it was pretty neat. We got pristine scales. That's more important than the squirrel. But yeah, I liked the way that the story progressed. Like, it tried to take its own route sometimes, but there's a lot of configuration you can do to the AI to actually get it to do some really neat stuff. You can get it to remember things. It's like basically a memory access that it will continue to access throughout the time, and you can edit it at any moment. So you can go in and make your story kind of more coherent. Just because the AI is continuing to access this memory. And this memory can be things like, I am this person, this is my powers, this is what I do. And as the story progresses, the things that you're doing can change. Meaning that, you know, if you progress a story, let's say, I'm after this criminal. Well, it turns out that this criminal has a boss that is this guy. Well, then you can change it to going after the boss individual. And make sure that the AI continues to remember that, so it'll continue to access it. You can also edit the AI's response, which I kind of knew that already, but I just never really bothered to do it. But you can make the AI respond differently, and the AI will access that again to read it and say, "Oh well, shit, I responded incorrectly," and it will continue to use that to access more memory and keep the story very cohesive. So I think that's very neat, and I want to use that to my advantage in this story. Though this is my own like little one-off thing. This is not anything that's going to be done on stream, but I think it's pretty neat. Like, see, we like found the demon, and we're like using like devices that are used to like torture the supernatural and get them to answer questions. So we're like asking about who his archdemon is or whatever, which we've actually found out who the higher level demon is. And now we're gonna go after the higher level demon. So it's like Men in Black mixed with Supernatural, and I think that's pretty neat because I've never really watched Supernatural. I kind of like get an idea what it's about, and I know some of the episodes. It's not a show I'm really into just because the fan base kind of ruins it. It's almost like Attack on Titan. That fan base like really ruined the anime for me. It's the same thing with Game of Thrones fans. It's just those people who just do not shut the fuck up about it because they're just. And it's the same thing with Doctor Who. It's just like, it's like, can you guys like just shut up for 2 seconds and like let me enjoy the show? You don't see me over here fucking fangirling, you know, fanboying over just like any fucking thing, you know. The stuff that isn't necessarily important. I'm not over here like ruining shows and games and other shit like that. I'm like trying to just enjoy them for what it's worth. I talk to people who enjoy the show themselves or the game themselves. You know, I'm not the type of person to just kind of just start going off on whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And just go online and start spouting a bunch of nonsense about how this character and this theory matches up and all this other bullshit that's not important. This ancient over here. He won't bother us any, but yeah, I just don't like the fan base for Supernatural. It's just like they just go on and on and on.
Yeah.
You know, at least when Tumblr was a thing,
Yes,
that
sir.
was the case. It's not so much now because Tumblr isn't going to be popular anymore ever since adult content was becoming censored. I guess it kind of still is, but... And I suppose the fan base is much more... very much alive as of now, but I don't pay attention to it
It's a
anymore
fragment of a
because
language.
I don't have social
You should
media
look for more like this.
that the fans that love that show use on a consistent basis. I just don't care. I think that kind of died out because I think the fan base just made it inflate, and then after it inflated so big, everybody watched the show and got everything off about what they wanted to talk about, and then they just shut the fuck up. And it's the same thing with Doctor Who. Like, everybody just watched the show, enjoyed it, and just quiet about it now. And that makes me happy. Is Supernatural still ongoing? I don't think anybody, obviously nobody can tell me that because, but I thought, I don't know, I thought it was still going, but of course I don't pay attention to that, so it's not a big deal. I don't care if it's still ongoing or not. I wouldn't be surprised if it still was. But yeah, I mean, I kind of know the premise of Supernatural. I kind of know what it's about. I know that the plot thickened, and it went from like advanced Scooby-Doo to a much more in-depth story about who the characters were and what their plot was and what they're supposed to do. I guess it kind of went from like a fictional Ghost Adventures, which I mean I guess can be still be considered fictional nonetheless. But it kind of went from that to actually having a plot point in a development. And you know, I'm not saying that it's not a good show. That's not what I'm trying to say because I haven't watched it. But I am going to say that I don't really know much about it, and the fan base was kind of like, hey, you know, here is everything about the show that you really need to know. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, the important points are missed now. The important points are known, so I don't care. I haven't missed anything. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty neat. And my story that I was playing was not so much a comedy. It kind of was because, like, Jesus shows up. It's like, let me go. I'll give you like a brief synopsis. Like I like show up. The story begins, and I'm like in my house, and I'm like getting breakfast, and Jesus is there, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, you know, basically since he's my brother, quote unquote. I was like, oh, okay, he's, you know, he's here to see me. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? And then we go on a conversation about what's happening. And he's like, well, I know you got that job to do, so whatever. So I go and like find this demon and capture the demon. Then, of course, since I'm like a god, essentially, or like a demigod, a deity, some sort of like lesser deity, I have like supernatural powers, and I can like see the other world and use psychic abilities and blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna capture this demon. So I captured that motherfucker, and I took him back, and then we were asking him a bunch of questions about what he's doing and why he's here, and how if he's linked to a bunch of other stuff, and he was like, yeah. So we found out a bunch of information, and then I reviewed a bunch of fucking like footage and all kinds of other shit. Like I found out that there's this woman that an archdemon is like in love with, and he's like wanting to get revenge on us for trapping her in the void or some shit. And I'm like, oh shit, well, this is getting pretty deep. So I go back home, and Jesus is like, okay, I know what's going on, and I'm coming with you. So nobody can see Jesus. Like no one reacts to Jesus. And like Jesus is just there. And he's just hanging out with me, and he talks to me, and only me. Nobody ever talks to Jesus. Nobody sees Jesus. So somehow or another, the AI has realized that Jesus is a ghost, and he's he's basically ethereal. He's a celestial, ethereal being or whatever. So he can't be seen. And no other NPC in the game, no other characters that I come across actually sees Jesus. So I'm just like talking to people while Jesus is there investigating with me. Like he's part of the investigation. And he helps me, and he protects me, quote unquote, but nobody else can see him or talk to him. So it's really strange. Like I thought that's interesting that the AI was just like, okay, well, I'm going to make Jesus part of this story, but he's only relevant to you because only you can see him, kind of shit. So, you know, like Jesus only appears to me because I'm his illegitimate brother. So it's fucking it's a wild thing. Like he was like, okay, if I don't help you do this, then shit's gonna get wild, and so I'm just gonna help you find the archdemon. The Jarl of Death is what his name is. Well, it's spelled E-A-R-L, which is like Earl, but the real way you're supposed to say that is like Jarl, essentially. But anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna help you find this guy. So our quest is to get him and like bring him to justice, kind of shit, or like destroy him or seal him away or something like that. Like I made a lot of references, like the Lazarus device is supposed to bring people back to life. Like I have like a Lazarus device where I can like make immortal beings or like spiritual beings. I can like bring them to life and make them mortal, and then I can kill them. So I like continue to like since they're immortal, they can't necessarily die. So I give them a mortal shell, and then I kill them, and then I can revive them over and over and over and over and over again. So it's like dying and coming back to life again and again. And then there's like the Mafuba device, or like the or something like that, which is like a reference to Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, but the Dragon Ball series, where Master Roshi uses the Mafuba technique to like seal evil spirits, which is like King Piccolo or whatever. And that's what I did to the demon to seal him away to begin with. And then there's all kinds of other shit. Like, I just think that it's interesting how the AI continues to pick this information out and say, oh shit, well this is what I need to do with it. I just think it's pretty neat. But let's kill this fucking ancient or soul eater or whatever. You didn't seem to care much about that at all. Ow. Ow. He doesn't give a fuck. Now I get raspy.
You don't look too good.
Found the healing stuff.
I'll just continue to hit him instead of trying to throw little bombs at him. Ow. Oh no!
Come on, get up, brother.
Wait, where's our resurrection stone? Have I used that already? I was like, that was sloppy as fuck. And I'm like throwing the fucking things at him, which are supposed to basically stun him immediately. And they just didn't. So that was relatively annoying. But okay. See, look at that. Now they work. Like, what was that? Oh, cut me off mid-anim. See, look at that. He didn't even do that last time. I don't know if it was just because he was in the middle of something. Like, because he like changed animations or attack stance, and he just completely just out of it. I like how Trains is like on the other side. No, don't do that. Ow! Nice. Now I'll finish.
You did it. Well, it was mostly you.
I mean, yeah, you didn't do too much. Like, you didn't cross the barrier to come over here and help me. So, that's whatever, though. It's fine. Where's the northeast stronghold? It should be this way. Let's get in here and get this, and then we'll do the next part of the. We'll do Tears of Vault. This is kind of a long one. I don't like this one so much because it can go on for a little bit, but it's not really that bad. Let's go. Should start seeing some enemies soon. We can't do anything to them, but they'll be here. Or, well, I think we can.
You want a dock here?
Here we go.
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all.
Nothing to say. Yes. Like I pointed out before, I don't care to kill all of those, but I'd rather go ahead and get rid of them
I
while
still
they're
can't believe
in
his
the
son would
lake.
kill his own father. That's crazy, right? I know, we only got one side of the story. But come on, his own father? I mean, I get angry at you sometimes, but...
Do you?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. A little. But I'd never stab you in the back.
No. I imagine not.
This clan really didn't want anyone coming in. How are we supposed to get through?
There must be a way to lift the gate.
Maybe with the big water wheel.
My thought as well.
See, Kratos doesn't have much to say about it because well, that's I like how that dude got like, pushed away. But Kratos isn't saying much about it because, you know, what happened.
You're kind of scary sometimes.
How about coming over here?
Yeah, take that! Not ready.
Let's go ahead and hit it with something big. Again. So bad. Go ahead and grab all the health because why not? Hop across here. Are. I can't remember. Oh yes, I do now. Cause I've seen. Well, partially because I've seen it, but. That's good, Kratos. Yep. Okay. Oh, sorry, try to just like eat that hit.
Ready and wait. Almost ready.
I know you're still there. There. Come on, Atreus, let's go. There you go. It's like, I know he's back there. Like, he tried to make his health bar go away. Like, no, I'm not here. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, you are. Nothing except hack silver, but a pretty decent amount of hack silver. I wonder what really
When are
made
you
them
angry?
shift.
What?
With me. When?
Oh, I guess sometimes when you don't think I can do something, but I can.
It is not always easy to know what.
It's okay. I get it. I'm little. Where's that whetstone, I wonder?
Oh yeah, look at this guy. He knows I'm over here. What the fuck was that? Like, it's just funny seeing them, like, walk around, like, angry. Like, just, oh, I'm gonna fucking, I see that bald guy, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I can't stand him, and that little kid, too. When I get a hold of him, I'll rip his head off and drink his blood like a fucking bottle of cola. Be around here somewhere. And then he throws a rock at me, which I should have known that I couldn't really do much about. Just like swept old dude out. Yeah, I was about to say, up yet? He's gonna jump off. Yeah, what was that about? Whoop. Damn it. One of the things I don't like about the lock-on system is because it's easy to switch your target. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just basically. There we go. Kill him? I guess I kind of held off for too long.
Good.
Okay, I gotta block him. Screamed until he was dead. Just the way I like it.
That was difficult.
Well, it wasn't that bad. You were just getting rumbled up because I wouldn't deploy the shield. Did I even pick that up? No, I can't. Great. Wonderful. That's good. Well, I don't know. I might... Maybe. Let's see. I was saying something earlier before I was interrupted. I kind of forgot about it. Which, I guess if I forgot, it's not that important, huh? Yeah. Guess I can't get it. Yeah, it's pretty much out of reach by this point. Understandable. Shitty, but alright. Got an itch in this freaking splint. I can't wait to get this stupid shit off. It's so annoying.
Focus up.
No, you're not getting it. Dead. No more wolf. Bye. It's like the most annoying feeling I've ever felt. Like, you know, and you like have an itch and you just can't reach it, or you shouldn't scratch it, which I guess is kind of like a thing I suppose I could probably use to learn sometimes. It's just like the ability to tell myself, well, maybe not right now. Like, just wait for a minute, but I don't, so. Damn it. That was a good throw. Alright. I guess
What happened over there?
this is where we need to be going to. But I want to go back and
Atreus,
make sure
follow
I've
me.
got
Sorry, I got distracted.
everything from over here. It's really just another way to get up here, but hop down here. God damn it. Received a Snapchat. She didn't hear that, which is the point. I'm not going to answer it right now because I'm in the middle of streaming. Maybe like during a cutscene or something. Not right now. Oh, let's go ahead and go down here and get the sweatstone. I wanted to check my HUD. That's all I did that for. Okay, I suppose that works.
This is the sun.
That ghost son? How do you know?
The sigil. It matches the dagger we found in his father's back. He stood his ground, but it was not enough.
Oh! Now I remember what I was
They
talking
betrayed
about.
him.
Betrayal begets betrayal. My guess, the young one murdering his dad didn't sit well with the others.
He thought himself ready to lead. It cost him his life.
I guess.
Look there, lad, by his feet.
The whetstone!
Yes. They used it to smash his face in.
They did? Ew.
Here comes Big Man. I dodged it. That didn't impress me. Let me make sure there's no more artillery.
Ready?
Game up. There. There is yet more artillery.
Sindri wants it. It must be
Ooh,
really
nice.
useful.
Well, lad, reavers have very specific priorities. If it's not shiny and you can't eat or drink it, might as well use it as a blunt object.
So if you actually manage to, I don't know if I've done this on stream before, but if you manage to stun them, you can pretty much break their armor immediately. Otherwise, it's just, once you break their armor, if you stun them, it's pretty much just a, pretty much just a, okay, you know, here's some damage for you to do, essentially. Come on, Atreus, open the thing. I didn't get all the runes for that one chest, did I? Back there in the Forgotten City, quote unquote. There's more areas to check out along the Lake of the Nine. Just haven't done it. It's partial to my own neglect, of course. A lot of use y'all did. So, what I was mentioning earlier. Okay.
I'll bring him down.
Nice, that's right. Part of what I was going to was it makes me wonder why they transitioned out of actually killing people in this one. I guess it was just to protect the innocence of Atreus. Because I'm kind of like, well, why not kill people? Because like just making everybody these reavers and savior
Look here.
Yes,
users
sir.
or practitioners doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
There's a scroll here. It belonged to the sun. Wow. This goes on and on. Father, forgive me. Filled with remorse. Forget my actions.
Had he thought before taking action, there would be no need for regret, yes?
Yeah. Maybe we should bring this to his father. Back at the storeroom.
No, wait. Wait! Wait! Wait a second. I don't know, you kill me, and then you're like, oh, you know, I'm sorry. It's like, no, I mean, you still killed me, so. Really sorry about what I did. Yeah, well, you still killed me, so.
What's that down there?
I don't know, grab it. Now, I don't know what the purpose of this stuff is. I don't think you ever really use it for anything other than maybe like upgrading very specific things. If even that. It's treasure. I'm really excited to do your sword. Tears Vault or whatever. Because doing it it's a lot of fun. It's a good challenge. Not a whole lot of enemies, for the most part. But it has some good puzzles. Sometimes less puzzles, more step and miss, you get killed.
didn't happen to find the whetstone, perchance?
We found your whetstone.
Oh, wonderful! This staining is unusual.
The Reavers used it to smash another Reaver's face in.
Oh, wonderful. Here, for your trouble.
And we got a decent any successful acts yet. I don't really know, chance there is for that, but I actually have to repair that before I can use it. See why not? Pull up on all these, and then we gotta use all. Gotta get all of these.
I can't wait to test out the new whetstone. It may not look like much, but it's practically humming with magic. I've needed a new one after my brother borrowed the last one. I saw him spit on it. "To lube it up," he said. I didn't ask for it back.
I suppose not. I ain't got no choice. I don't know what made me just say that. I guess I just thought about, the accents and then made me think of Disney. Alright, now to go to Tears Vault. We won't have the next favor for just a little bit, so. Is there one of those that I missed? I thought I seen one. I guess I probably... Okay. That's good. No, that's fine. Just keep doing what you want to do. Keep being an individual.
We could beach the boat here.
No, we won't. Where's here for this? Though, I mean, it's not much. It's only 2, but they're still useful. Now, we can go up there and get in behind that ground traveler part and fight a pretty tough little enemy. Probably just like a traveler. But we won't for now. We will save it for a little bit later on when we're coming to the place. We'll explore some more of these areas when we don't have so much riding on when it's done.
There's something down there.
Here we are.
Let's try this again, without interruptions.
All right.
Here we go again.
Read it.
Death itself I swallow, to spring forth life tomorrow.
Oh, I like that one. I wonder if I wrote it.
Does that say Yorth?
Is that the answer there?
It says Earth.
Swallows
Yes,
death,
basically.
brings forth life.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wish I'd known I was a god in Alfheim. I wouldn't have felt so bad about killing so many elves.
Well, I'm not sure that's the lesson.
You've done nothing to regret. The elves forced their affairs upon us.
No, I get it now. We had god things to do, and they were in the way, dragging us into their little problems.
Again, are we just leaving that there?
I mean, just knowing we're gods makes me feel so much stronger.
Maybe you feel a little too good right now. With power comes a big choice, lad. You can either serve yourself, or put your godhood in the service of others, like Tyr did.
People really loved him, huh?
Aye, a god of war, but one who fought for peace. Had a reputation for being heroic and lawful, using his power and knowledge to stop wars rather than start them.
So there are
Wait,
good gods.
just chug there.
Once in a moon, it's been known to happen, yes?
This one mentions places I've never heard of. Seems Tyr really liked to travel.
Tyr believed the mind, not might, was key to preventing war and chaos. And he also knew visiting other cultures would give him perspective staying in one place could not. While Odin always hoarded knowledge, guarding it jealously, Tyr was open and sharing with his learning and his wisdom. For this, mortals adored Tyr, showing their love by bringing him gifts the world over.
Interesting. You can see some of the other cultures there. I think like there's.
So, whatever happened to
like
Tyr?
Hindi, like
Odin
Aztec.
came to regard him as a threat to his rule. He suspected Tyr of collaborating
like
to
Japan.
aid the Giants instead of helping to steal their secrets for the Aesir. Same thing he accused me of, frankly. Though in Tyr's case, I believe he was right.
You think Tyr was helping the Giants?
I do. He felt responsible for the suffering visited upon them by Odin. I suspect he had something to do with helping them cover their tracks.
The missing Jotunheim tower.
Correct. Whatever happened to it, I believe it could only have been done with Tyr and the Giants working together.
I don't exactly know, because I know that isn't just by Buddhist. So.
Where is this?
Like Taoist,
No,
maybe?
I've never been in here.
The stone! That has to be it. Naturally.
Didn't think it would be that easy.
No. Was kind of hoping, though. So what now?
We have to dispel the winds of hell. Not really much to see here, I suppose. Keep that for later. We might need it. Could be useful. But we'll go ahead and take these. Me, take
Move it or you may lose it, brother.
Ding. So.
Ah, a skiing dew from my homeland. Used to have one of my own back in the day. You should take it, boy.
Yes, boy. Take it. We might need to butter bread somewhere on our travels.
This is why no one likes you.
But yeah, you can see on the tapestry, you can see other cultures. You can see Greek, which, you know, was there. And then you could see, you know, Egyptian. It looked like Aztecan, or Aztecian. I don't really know. I'm not an expert on the pronunciation
Well, that's
of
unfriendly.
other words. Even though, I mean, I know it's like somewhere, somehow, we probably learned how to say that, but
How'd you know that was
yeah.
there?
Experience.
Either way it goes, as like an Aztec or whatever, and because they have like the step pyramid kind of thing, and the Egyptians did too, but they eventually went to the actual pyramids themselves, because obviously step-up pyramids are easier to build than the
Look,
triangular ones.
small passages on either side. Perfect for the boy.
It's too small for Father.
Go. Fine.
It's just like I have to get at that perfect moment.
Careful, brother. Leia's not here to bring you back if you're cutting too.
Look at that!
Welcome back. Welcome to the stream. I bet you that smells ridiculous.
What'd you find?
Enough distraction. Do not forget why we are here.
Okay.
You definitely could see it. But he didn't say anything.
That's from a great desert land very far from here.
Do gods live there?
Oh my, yes. Many, many gods.
Good or bad?
And not as simple as that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you know, he's talking about Egypt. Good or bad? Just, yeah, I mean, like, stupid. As far-fetched as anything could possibly be. Bit of both, I suppose. Not really the best way to put it. Now then, we need to go open this door. Okay. Oh yep, how to fight some stuff. I don't really know if I need that. That's trying to get rid of the big sword man. There we go. Oh, okay. Hit him anyway. I don't know if the game like did that on purpose or. He's stunned. No, don't do that. Yeah, I mean I figured something was gonna hit me from behind. That's I mean I knew you were coming, buddy. I guess that... Y'all are all over here, so... Oh, okay. Start swinging wild. Let that guy just fall down the hole, because he's trying to do so right now. Oh, it's definitely very loud. Probably just for me though, because I have my headset turned on.
That set you off.
It is not important.
Didn't it come to you?
It was a rash impulse. You need not dwell on my feelings.
Well, I guess you do like to smash pottery.
Good. Keep it up.
Please just go away, you stupid nightmares. I hate nightmares so much. Ridiculous. While they're sitting there talking, and the nightmares are just like, hey, you know,
Look,
let me get in your
I
ear.
just want to know the truth from now. Okay? I don't care if it hurts me or not. I want to learn. Just because you hate being a god doesn't mean I have to.
I think this is the way to some extra treasure. One. Oh wait. Well, what do you know? This is better to deal with one other than two. Ooh. That kills you instantly, by the way. That's not like a, oh, you know, that's a gimme. Like, no, you're dead. And I was just like, you know, it was just casually.
More small passages.
I know. Go.
I can't watch, brother. Good luck.
Oh, bad timing. So we just need to get there. Doing the sound. Oh, hey. I mean, I'll go back into stupid chest. Alright. Gotta get that so we can get a health boost. There's no casual walking this time. Man. Since it just dropped, we need to wait till like one. I'm trying to get that just exactly right to where they both go up at the same time. Good enough. Okay. And... Cool.
And I thought those saws were scary.
Alright, so here's the deal. I know what's gonna happen here. And I'm not doing this just
Look,
yet until I know...
It's the wolf giants.
Solve this
Skull and
puzzle.
Hati.
That's right. The bringers of day and night.
Ragnarok begins when they catch the sun and moon. Right? Did Tyr know them?
I don't know. Like them well enough to cover a massive wall in his vault with them, though.
So, I need to pull the sun down, do the middle lever. Wait, hold up. Pull the sun down, then the world, because that's... And then move over here. Then let that go up. And then move this way. Yeah, this way. And then... Shit. It's almost right, but the only problem is... Wait, now I have it. I know what to do. Wait, do I? No, I don't. I don't know. Probably just... Because Midgard's going to have to be the hell out of the way, and the sun's going to have to go over there. I'll figure it out. I gotta see how the puzzle works again.
Don't you enjoy it at all? Being a god? On an adventure in some amazing place? Maybe Mother wanted us to have a little fun. Everything we've seen and done.
I can't get to that yet. I had to go
Maybe it
up.
was her gift.
Okay, this way. So there will be enemies up here. Kind of surprising to see that there would even be mice, to be honest. Or rats. They're really rats. Mice are so much smaller. Rats are big old boys.
Focus up, boy.
No, you don't want to see it. Here comes that guy. Really? That's surprising. I didn't expect him to dodge. I've never really seen one of them dodge before. It really just kind of seemed like, oh, I'll just walk the fuck in there. Shoot him, I didn't take any damage from it, thank goodness. Fuck, okay.
At the ready.
There you go.
You are one vicious son of a bitch.
What of these?
Thought is faster than wind.
Perhaps this isn't about speed at all. Is there someplace else the winds can go?
I mean, yeah. I already know what to do. I just have to get the right angle to take the winds away, though. And drop this.
You know, for someone so loved, Tyr sure was paranoid.
Aye. Thanks to Odin, with good reason.
Look, there's the wind trap.
Yep.
Ah,
There we go.
clever.
Down we go. Some water. Alright, so here's this stupid ass puzzle. I don't want to die, but I know that I'm probably going to. I'll just try it the way that I was going to do it.
The runestone. Slower. What's going on?
Trap!
Father!
Get out of here.
I'm fine. How do we get you out?
Pull chains on the wall.
What? There are 3 of them. What do I do?
Atreus, focus. You can do this.
Please hurry. I don't know yet if I can drown.
Okay, think. Hati's the silver one. He hunts them. Skull's
Yeah.
gold and he chases
Yeah, I know.
the sun.
Yeah.
For Ragnarok to happen, they have to eat them. But these are out of order.
Good boy.
So the moon goes on the left, sun on the right. With Midgard in the middle, but which bar do I pull?
The left.
Hey,
The middle.
okay, and now I see my problem.
Middle. Quickly.
Gotta get them in order.
Right.
I mean, I'm aware, and I've already screwed up.
Pull the right. The left.
Okay, we gotta do that.
The middle.
In the middle. Sure, for the moon again. I'm doing this wrong.
Moon, Midgard, sun. Moon, Midgard, sun.
Middle bar.
Oh wait, no, I'm not.
The right, boy. Left.
Oh, so close.
Middle. Quickly.
There we go. And
Right.
boom.
Did it!
Well, I can't drown. Guess that's something.
Don't have any lungs.
We're not stopping! Wait! What's that big chain for? Father, above you!
Boy, you have to stop that chain.
Ow!
I do not know.
Wait, I know what to do.
A knife?
There's no other way! It's not working! That should have worked!
I mean, it worked.
A knife.
I know. But it saved you.
That was cunning, boy.
It's funny how a chain mechanism couldn't break the one little flimsy little knife she had. But it's funny because it's like, oh yeah, you solved the puzzle, but you're dead anyway. So okay. Like damn, what are you really supposed to do? But all right.
The road's free! I think we did it!
Aye. Let's go see what
Yeah.
Tyr's got for us.
I mean, I know the room's free. You didn't have to show me, but okay.
Locked off. What should we do?
We keep going.
There it is! We've got it!
We're not done yet. I mean, we are, but we aren't.
Boy. Yeah. On the day you were born, I made 2 knives, mixing metals from my home and from this land. One for myself, and when you were ready, one for you. Today is that day.
I like how he hands it to
So
him
I'm a
with
man
the,
now.
with the handle
Like you?
out.
No.
That's the way you're supposed to hand people
We
knives.
are not men. We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater. And you must be better than me. Understand? Say it.
I will be better.
The power of this weapon, any weapon, comes from here. But only when tempered by this.
Big
By
finger.
the discipline, the self-control of the one who wields it. That is where the true strength of a warrior lies. You must never forget that. Good then. Come. Blank.
Wait!
The rune! Did you see it?
Yes!
Are you certain?
I got it! Trust me!
Good then.
Alright, now we gotta fight this.
Aim for the face.
Ow. I got like straight ran the fuck over. As far as I can remember, the only way to truly beat these guys is to switch between though. How in the world did that happen? Let's try to reach this guy. Since he's not wanting to do it. Like explode a little bit. And he hurt his fucking friend. That's okay. I just attacked the wrong one because the homie decided, oh, I'm just gonna move this time. And I just need to like just block. Block that. Some sand. Oh, fucking sand. Yeah, that's tough. Ass. Got away with that. I don't remember if he revives or something. No, okay, he's dead. Right. Yeah, but you're dead. You can yell all you want. What the fuck? What happened there? That was strange.
He was big, but no match for us gods.
Yeah.
I have beaten bigger.
Puny troll.
Yeah. I'm turned around. Which way is the sandball back up?
So I think it's funny because like Kratos was like, the strength of any weapon comes from like basically the chest or whatever. And he's like, if only by tempered by your mind, essentially. Which I mean, it's like, yeah, okay, I mean, somewhat be true, but it's like, just wait till you find out what a gun is. The Aztecs did. Probably shouldn't have said that. Don't ban me. Like, somebody please don't get like mad at me. Like, come on my Twitch and be like, he said something about Aztec people. Like, blame the Spanish and the Portuguese. Aztecs sure as hell found out what fucking guns were, and they didn't like it.
The Earth.
Guns are a little bit different than
We're
the
so
average
close to the end.
weapon that you would
Sit.
think about. They just little thing go pew. He said something about Aztec people and guns, and I'm offended.
Limnian wine. The island of Lemnos. Near the place of my birth.
Lemnos.
To a journey's end.
Really? Smells like rotten eggs. Is it still good?
Possibly.
I mean, it tastes different than rotten eggs. There's some other people in the world who found out what guns were really fast too.
Father, why did you leave your home and come here? Does it have to do with the other gods there? It's
Always
just
about to get laid. No,
you
he
hate the
not
gods
in this
so
game.
much. But
Someday.
Tyr proves that gods can be good. And you're good. You only killed those deserving, right?
Yes.
Ah, but who's worthy enough to judge?
We are. We know better.
Uh-huh. Sounding more like your da by the moment.
Ready.
My son is a bordel.
Ready.
Come.
This boy is
I
titty.
think I'm gonna like being a god. We go where we want, we do what we want, and now we're gonna go see the giants.
Aye. Having learned that travel rune to Jotunheim, we can now head back to the gateway on top of the peak and put that magic chisel to good use.
Nobody's getting in our way this time. Come on.
Dead. This, my son, is the wondrous birthing hips of a fine woman. A fully mature female. Ready for you to plant your seed. It's just something you think about, like, what do you think Kratos would say? It's just like, this, my son, is breasts.
I'm gonna tell Sindri I'm a god. I'd like to see the look on his face.
So I always wondered what her
I
own
may have
women's
kept your
female
secret
or
too
women's
long,
chest just.
But now
that
you will
is
keep our
breasts.
secret.
Huh.
What does it say?
Yes, sir.
You can read that now.
I can read these now. It says
Yeah,
Muspelheim,
see?
the fire realm, is the gauntlet of the sewer sir. Like
It's
a
not how you
magic
say it.
glove?
Or a series of dangers?
We should go see sometime.
Our young god knows no fear.
This boy is a whap. Oh shit. This my boy. My boy. what some would call a whap.
Why should we hide where we are?
Wow.
Secrets
Wow,
are
wow.
Odin's way. Shouldn't we be open? Like Tyr?
Tyr kept secrets too, for good reasons. To protect people. It is wiser to be discreet.
That doesn't mean you should lie to your friends. Or your family.
I'm sure Sindri would understand and do the same, lad. Don't fret.
I guess it would be WAP because I like to think of it as so like the only part you really need to worry about is the A and how to enunciate the A, which ass is I, so it's like app, WAP. So I don't know. The music people make these days, and that's what you call quality.
Excited to
It's really
finally
just like
see
more
the
of a
land
meme
of the
than
giants?
Yeah, but also sad the journey's almost over. Oh, what if we get to Jotunheim and there aren't any giants there either?
Makes little difference to us. Fulfilling your mother's wish is what is important.
Ah! Oh, don't go anywhere. Be with you in 2 shakes.
Father, can I tell him?
No.
Tell me what? Did you put this wheel in your mouth? Oh, God. I'll vomit. I'm not kidding. I'll throw up on it.
It is nothing. A family matter.
Oh. Oh. I can tell you a thing or two about family matters.
Let me guess. Your brother isn't as talented as you, and his work is junk.
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about, over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems!
All right. That hurt a little. Let's have a look at your gear then.
Yeah. Say it with your chest. I mean, just Trace just becoming an asshole. And it's hard to tell for certain if the storm is like attributed to Atreus or something up ahead, which you will see shortly. Which I'm just gonna go ahead and just consider it to be something up
I
ahead.
guess I can muster the energy.
See now, Sindri's being an asshole. But you said there was a Blade's Chaos upgrade. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 of them actually. Good. Sir. I'm getting somewhere now.
Oh,
Talon
did you want to
mode
say
upgrade.
something?
I'll take it. I'm gonna try to make it
And back to you.
to the top of the mountain again. Pretty sure that I probably can.
Whatever.
Oh, you hear that? This is the part of the game where it starts to get. Atreus is an asshole. There's a wolverine. And the fucking nightmare has possessed me. Don't stun the wolver. I don't care if and that's good and everything. The more important matters is like stunning the ogre. Nice. That's it.
Enough of these guys. They thought that was gonna stop us.
And we can't get
Okay,
on that.
Which way up?
Can I go this way yet? I think there's something over here. Wait a minute. That is more important than the health. I guess I thought I picked that up instead of the health, but I didn't, so.
Broken again. You know, I'm starting to question Cinder's skill. Maybe Brock was right all along.
Yes. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll fix that.
Whatever.
Yeah, me and you both know what happens at this point in the game. Bailey doesn't.
I didn't think anything could get through all that hell.
Yeah, he starts turning into an asshole. Yeah, I hate the whatever thing, like that. It gets on my nerves, but it's meant to. It's meant to, like, you know, make you mad at him. Which it works. It really fucking does. It's whatever. Just okay, you little bitch. That's the way to go, yeah.
Why did you speak to the dwarf like that?
Aren't you sick of hearing about him and his brother?
Of course. But it serves nothing to make an enemy of him.
He should know the truth, even if it hurts.
It was needless and unkind.
Truth is more important than kindness.
Your mother would disagree.
She wasn't a god.
He doesn't do it all every time he uses the bow, but he does say it quite often. I'm actually gonna let this reset. Yes. There we go. But yeah, he'll do it very oftenly, and it does get very annoying. Damn it. I don't know if there's a node in between here and there. Oh. Oh. He also gets a lot more aggressive during this part, which is good combat-wise, but he also does things he's not supposed to do in combat.
Look at that. Struggle.
He didn't even finish his sentence.
Why don't you let me carry her up from here?
No.
Why not? We're almost there. You know I can handle it.
Can you? After the way you spoke of her, I question that.
What? That she wasn't a god?
She was better than a god, and you shall not dishonor her.
Fine. Carry her yourself.
Little asshole. Please, game. Please. Thank you. Actually, I need to check these out. That's pretty good. I like Spartan Charge the most. Cyclone is pretty good. Yeah, equip a heavy. Let's get some of the blade skills since we've got a lot of XP. Take the top 3. Guess we might as well get them all. Probably use to even upgrade some of these. We have XP for it. Yeah. Check to see if these are not yet. This one can be. Oh. All right, let's continue. Can't remember if there's an encounter up here or not. I think there is, maybe. I don't even know anymore. See, there actually becomes a point to where he'll start changing his elements and using his bow the way that he wants to use it. Yeah, it's like, you can do that.
Watch your left!
Off he goes.
Behind you, watch out!
It's much easier to use the blades on these guys because it's really good crowd control. Pop through these guys.
Take care of that one.
Continue on.
Amir, if you knew all along that we were gods, why come up with this story about Odin trying to follow us to Jotunheim before we get there or whatever? Isn't it a lot simpler if they want us dead because we're gods? Right?
I suppose we can't rule it out. But Odin's ways are subtle, and his purposes are...
Enough about Odin and his whole stupid family.
Like you asked. Where? Oh, okay. There you go. Go away. It's a zipline point, which is unfortunately not useful to us.
I suppose that's Odin's doing too. Nice try.
Yeah, sometimes I say the same thing. But I suppose that's probably God. Good shot. Not enough.
You and Mother always said all gods were evil. But we're not. Tyr wasn't. Freya neither. The Aesir gods, that's who's evil. And you know what? Odin's right. We are a threat. Because we know what they are and we know we can beat them.
Well, not all of them. Not yet.
Magni did his worst, and he's dead. They're no better than us. And they're gonna be sorry they picked this fight.
I mean, we'll see. Oh, well, well.
Thor, blame me. Me. For what you did to Magni. My own father called me a coward.
Beat the shit out of you,
Looks
too.
like he did more than that. Move it, or we'll pick up where he left off.
I'll kill you.
No. He is beaten. Not worth killing.
He should pay for what he said about Mother.
I said no.
But we're gods. We can do whatever we want.
That's what I said to your mother, right before I gave it to her.
What are you doing?
This is a much better knife than Mother's.
You killed against my wishes. You lost control.
Haven't you been teaching me to kill?
I've been teaching you to survive. We are gods, boy. And that makes us a target. From now until the end of days, you are marked. So I teach you to kill, yes, but in defense of yourself. Never as an indulgence.
Nobody cared about him anyways. What's the difference?
There are consequences to killing a god!
Why? How do you know? How do you know?
Watch your tone, boy.
Whatever.
Yep, so there's that part. Like a little shortcut.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Wait a second. The easiest way to kill tassel worms. If Thor came out of nowhere, I'm not sure they would even make it. But eventually it'll have to happen. So,
Keep on getting in our way. See what you get.
back here. I just kind of ignored the character development because it's kind of like, kind of already know what's going on, right? You know, Atreus is being a little bastard. So, you know, he's saying things out of pocket. He's fucking doing shit he ain't supposed to fucking do. You know, you would not expect that. I completely passed the fucking lore tablet. But, you know, you're just like, oh, well, what the fuck? When did this happen? You know.
Here, boy.
He won't even tell you what he gets off of here either. He usually does. Sometimes. But he just writes it down and is just like, yeah, whatever. I think it even changes how he
Keep your
writes
wits
the
about
entry.
you, boy. If Modi found us, Baldur cannot be far.
Good. I have a few words for him, too.
No, you do not. You will leave him to me.
So you can kill him. Because that's what we do to our enemies, right? Because he'd do the same to us.
I will do only what is necessary.
And I'll help.
No.
Hey, what do you think lit these torches? The dead don't need light.
Eyes open.
Back up!
Did I ever get what was down there? I guess I will. Okay. Sure. I
I
mean, why
used to feel
not?
bad killing these guys.
Draugr? Zombies, basically.
Oh yeah, this room. But we need a new way up.
I have no fear. We're going to find it. See how I attempted to command him to do something, and he just said stop. Man, fucking see, he won't even let me.
Have you forgotten your training?
Oh, are you talking to me? Thought you didn't like my tone.
See, fun times. Fun times for everybody. This is the way we need to go, though. It gets to that point to where he's just like, oh, I don't know shit. You're telling me what to do. So you no longer have control over what he does, which is annoying. Can you put my fucking weapons away? What the hell? But I can't change his element either. Maybe that's probably just because the D-pad's locked right now.
I
But
can't learn if you won't teach me.
You do not heed my lessons.
I've done everything you asked. And all I wanted was the truth. Where did you get your fire blades? Why did you hide them? You said there are consequences to killing a god. You used the blades to kill one. Who else did you kill? Before Magnum? How many? Do you hear me?
yeah,
I
well,
heard you, and these are not subjects for discussion. Do not push me, boy.
Fine. Come here. Guess what? I know everything I need to know now. I have nothing else to learn.
Ah, congratulations.
yeah. See, Kratos is a lot more patient than me. I'd be like really fucking pissed off.
I'll take care of this.
As it is. I was reading chat, like not paying attention to the fact that these bastards are doing this. Let's kill him.
Watch your back!
No. Oh. Damn it all. Yeah, he just said it. At least he's kind of letting me shoot now, but sometimes in combat he's a little bit of an asshole about it. Right through this. I don't know if I can pick up the totem while it's on, while the winds are on. I can't remember. I'm just gonna take it over here. You are. Okay. Very good. This. Run back over here. That. I think this is right.
What does this say?
It says, Don't wake him. Whatever. We've killed everything else in this mountain. Who else wants a taste?
Stupid ogre. Yeah, come on out. Took down like the majority of your health. Oh, yeah. Don't wake him up. I'm about to put his ass to sleep. Out of your misery. Okay, I don't think that I have anything with me. I just have to probably just run it. Kratos' initial burst of speed is much faster than his actual full sprint, so should still make it though. Right. Seriously, sweet goody. Up here, you just slam. It's heavy. Yeah, I like that one. That's why I didn't upgrade the Tartarus slam or whatever. Tartarus rage. Fucking whatever the fuck.
Brothers, be warned. The tunnels I'm seeing in the walls up here show signs of recent dragon activity.
We already killed that dragon.
Ah, did you then? Oh, how'd that go?
Okay. I guess that didn't matter. Right? Very good then. Let's carry on.
Look here.
Whatever.
Fucking bastard. Alright. He goes. All on his lawn, all on his own.
Attack!
Hold!
He doesn't care. Not like you can really do though. Check this out. Here you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know me. Okay,
that one, brother.
basically like demolished it. Okay, let's just do the right thing here. Come on now. Hits in. Yeah, you know exactly how I would do it. Just whatever. Just oh yeah. Just give him the patented look. See, it's like Atreus barely did anything the whole time, and then his health goes down, and he just comes up, just yeah, let me finish it for you. Like, you little fucker.
Whatever.
Wait, hey, you. Don't know how far I need to move this, so I'm just gonna like move it all the way. Please, please, Kratos, that's enough. Yes. You have done your job, and then some. Okay. Go explore a little bit in here. I don't think there's much to get. It's just a whole big ass arena. Coming up on time to stop soon. Go play some more games before I go to sleep. It's the way to go.
Whatever.
It's like it. Shut up. Hey, thank you. Go back down. See, it's funny because he's like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, and then he does it anyway. It's like, okay.
Come on, this way.
Could they not have just done like a yeah, or alright, whatever. Hey. It's like ripping. Yeah, sure. Never used this stuff. I usually just sold it. But it's good enough for the purpose that it holds. Might do like some extra episodes, you know, do some extra God of War stuff like go kill Valkyries and stuff like that. That being after we get the game first. So, and we can socket them and stuff too. Well, I'll check some of that stuff out later on though. We don't need to talk to somebody. Unless he's got a dialogue option, which I'm gonna imagine he probably doesn't.
I didn't know you'd be coming through here.
Yeah, he doesn't. This should be an actual challenge. Should give us all the rooms to need. No, never mind. I was wrong about that. Sorry. This should give this all of them 2 out of 4. Just okay. All right. Okay, let's see what's in here. Probably like nightmares or something. That is not weapon. Just use some heavy artillery attacks. That's some heavy stuff. Damage. I basically killed myself.
They've got your boy!
Your son
wasn't
needs your
like
brother.
it, fucking
The boy needs help.
Atreus did. I mean, I know. Woo! I gotta do this.
It used to be a challenge.
I mean, I still basically nearly died, so that would have been a would have been disastrous. If I hadn't bursted that fucking fire barrel, it would have been fine, but or jug, whatever. But instead, I just fucking broke that and was like, well, that's fucking stupid. Off we go. Alright. Need those.
Come on, you two. The silence is getting unnerving.
Don't worry about it. We're focusing.
We are. Yeah. This sequence is done.
Nearly there now.
Finally.
Go.
Boy, the room.
That's a lot of blood you'd have to use to do that.
Carve along that.
You don't really necessarily do that. You just go here.
Wow. Yonah. We made it.
Beautiful, isn't it? Why, I remember once... Brother, look out!
Miss me?
Run, boy! Cross the bridge!
No! I'm a god too! I can do this! Get off him!
If only you had the fucking.
Baldur, let him go! Take me instead, I'll do whatever you can!
All this time I thought I needed you. But you're just meat. Turns out the boy is the brains.
No! You broke the gate! That was our only way to Jotunheim!
Yeah, his only way.
Stupid son of a bitch.
Get out of here, boy.
Yes, by all means, Junior, run away. Let Daddy do all the heavy lifting for you.
Ah! Let go!
Calm down, boy. You are not ready for this.
I am ready!
And here I thought my family was fucked up. Oh, your father is right, boy. You are far from ready. Now, would you be so kind as to hold this for me? Thank you.
Atreus!
be.
Don't you know when to give up?
You can only imagine what it would be like to run on the back of a flying dragon. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Stay away from my son!
Talking to me and my son ever again. No! God damn it. There we go. You gotta have some pretty good reach to like hit a man while he's almost standing.
Break you.
I just like watching them fight each other. It's fucking hilarious. Like seeing freaking like ultimate slugfest. I'm not doing anything, by the way. It's all 100% on the game.
Who's activated the bridge? Hey, I asked you a question. It's locked in.
And when the bridge opens, the full weight of Asgard will come crashing down on you. It's over.
Is it? So be it. No! Listen to me!
Let me out!
Let go of it now, or I will kill him. You know I will. What did you do?
Boy,
I'm here!
stay still. You will listen to me and not speak a word. I am your father, and you, boy, are not yourself. You are too quick to temper. You are rash, insubordinate, and out of control. This will not stand. You will honor your mother and abandon this path you have chosen. It is not too late. This discussion is far from over. We are here because of you, boy. Never forget that.
All right. Well, I think I probably missed the bracers in the last section for this, unless it's here. So, you know, maybe we'll find it here, maybe we won't. I don't know. What I do know is that we are going to go ahead and call it here. We've done quite a lot in this episode. I mean, as far as like story goes, we haven't done too much, but like as far as like overall plot, you know, and the progression goes, it's a lot during this part of the game. It just all just fucking piles on top, but it's still very good nonetheless. And this next time we will do exactly as the game said and return to the summit. Even though, of course, there really isn't a reason to do so, considering that the gate is destroyed. But that's not important. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Next time we will do to finish off the rest. Probably not the rest of the story. I think there's still a pretty decent little piece left after this. And there's some other bits and pieces that we still need to do as far as like some favors go. So we'll hit those and get those done. But yeah, so anyway, I'll go ahead into here. Tune in on Tuesday for Destroy Humans and AI Dungeon, and tune in on Thursday for Oblivion and Mystery Game. So yeah, for those of you who are watching that I normally, which is pretty much probably all the viewers who are watching right now who do anything, I'll be on the Xbox here in like just a few moments. But yep, thanks for watching, and tune in next time for more God of War. Otherwise, you can tune in on Tuesday and Thursday for some other stuff. So yeah, all right.